It is on? Okay, very good. Good evening. Welcome to the Milford Township Municipal Building and the monthly Planning Commission meeting. This time I call the meeting of November 10th, 2020 to order. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this meeting is also being streamed live online. All please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Please be sure to sign the attendance sheet in the back of the room for the record. Next, I'd like to introduce the members of the Planning Commission and our support staff. Let's start with the Planning Commission here. To my left here is Linda McCabe. To my right is Dave Scully. The three gentlemen sitting in front of me, the green jacket over here is Doug Prozan. Next to him is Scott Stewart and Pete Cabea. And over there with the blue mask on is Denise Bizarro, the recording secretary. And in the middle here is Her Niasen. She's the township council. And at the table on the other side of the room here in the blue shirt is Matt Puz, the zoning and development officer, and Julie Maggio, the assistant zoning and development officer. And I am Gene Strohmeyer, the chairman of the Planning Commission. Oops. And Matt Waldinger. I'm sorry. Good thing you moved your arm up there. Director of Planning and Development. Sorry. Before we begin, I'll call for a motion to accept the minutes of last month's meeting as written.
Motion to accept. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Milford Planning Commission is a recommending body that hears testimony, asks and answers questions, deliberates and passes our recommendations on to the supervisors who make the final decisions on the issues brought before us. The subdivision, land development, and/or the conditional use application discussed tonight, if acted on by the Planning Commission, will be considered by the Township Supervisors at their regular meeting to be held on Tuesday, November 24th at 7 p.m. in this room. The rezonings will be considered by the Township Supervisors at their regular meeting to be held on Tuesday, December 15th at 9:30 a.m. In the Township Assembly Room here. Yes.
Just real quick, since we do have an overflow crowd tonight and more people that can fit in the room, I'd just like to note that if you're one of the earlier hearings and you're here in the room and your hearing has been completed, we may ask you to step outside so the people in later hearings can come in and join us. So just wanted to make that clear for everybody, please.
Thank you. I wasn't aware of that. Okay, we'll get started here. The first item is for Rock Golf Realty LLC. It's a small subdivision plan to show the creation of a .07 acre lot from tax parcel 33, 181-566-1 that has become an integral part of tax parcel 33, 176-565-111, resulting in a .43 acre parcel of land and a residual parcel of 72.6 plus or minus acres located west of Stonebridge Drive along the south line of Fossilwood Court and Track 354. Someone here to represent that? Sir, please come to the podium, give us your name and address.
Dennis Hinkler, 6039 Fossilwood Court.
All right, I've got too many of that. Gotta get this stuff here. There it is. Okay. David, why don't you ask any questions you have?
No.
Any comments you want to make?
Okay, the owner of the golf course is selling you this piece of property
Correct.
to be added onto your parcel, is
Yes.
that correct? Okay. There is an agreement that the township has had since the development of the golf course that the open space is supposed to be conserved or preserved, not sold off. Any comments on that?
It's still gonna be green space.
It'll be your backyard.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, it'll be grass. So it really won't change much, the aesthetics or the topography.
okay. It won't be open to the public though. It'll be private property, right?
Won't be posted.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Anything else?
No?
Anyone else from the board? Thank you, sir. Does anyone else in the audience care to speak about this? Okay, thank you. Next item on the agenda is for 2545 West Grandview LLC. It's a small subdivision plan to show the creation of a 2.40 acre lot, parcel B, from tax parcel 33 96-1-418-5 that has become an integral part of tax parcel 33 96-418.5.03, resulting in a 12.86 acre parcel of land and a residual parcel of 6.60 plus or minus acres located in the southeast corner of West Grandview Boulevard and Zook Road in the South Gore Tract. Someone here to speak of that one. Sir, please go up and give us your name and address.
My name is Adam Honey from David Laird Associates.
All right.
Excuse me, could you spell your last name?
Honey.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so what you're doing here, or proposing to do here, is move the line, how many feet? How much?
There.
Parcel B.
Yes, I don't see how many feet exactly it's getting moved, but they're just adding the 2.4 acres on the north and the east, so that way they can get access also to West Grandview
All right.
for just ease of traffic and getting out onto the road.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, anybody have any questions for him on the board?
Makes sense.
Thank you. Does anyone else care to speak? Sir? No? Okay. Next item then is Accudyne 2020 edition. It's a land development plan showing the construction of 11,993 square foot addition with associated stormwater management and parking facilities north of West 26th Street along the west line of Yoder Drive and Tract 018. who's here to, sir, please.
Hi, my name is Rob Wernicke. I'm with McCormick Structural Systems. I'm representing the owners of Accuden, 2400 Yoder Drive.
Okay. You're gonna put a building up, huh?
Pardon me?
You said you're gonna put a building up.
That's the plan.
I believe on this plan here, we're missing stuff. End caps, landscaping. There's no north sign or north mark.
North arrow, yeah.
Okay. We can get it added.
Anything else?
No, but the end caps and trees in the parking area,
We like trees.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, and again, the north arrow or the designation of north direction. So,
North arrow, end cap, and the trees.
yes, sir.
Right.
Okay.
You need to meet the landscaping requirements of parking lots.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, anything else for him from the board? No. Okay, thank you, sir. Does anyone else care to speak? No? Thank you. Okay, next.
Mr. Chairman, may I?
Yes.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is Popeyes. Who is here to speak about the Popeyes? Anybody else here? Either for or against, I'm sorry. For this here. If you're not here specifically for Popeyes right now, would you mind stepping out in the lobby for a few moments so that we can bring those people in, because the people out there are here for this hearing, please?
We need a bigger room. We need to go to the convention center for these meetings.
I was going to say, when was the last time we had this many people here?
Chase people out.
We're like rock stars.
Low paid rock star.
Okay. Good evening, folks. Okay. Popeyes, it's a sketch land development plan to showing the construction of a 2,080 square foot drive-through eating and drinking establishment with associated stormwater management and parking facilities at the northwest corner of Marmon Drive and Peach Street in the Hilltop at Kearsarge Tract. One of you folks here representing this, please state your name and address for us.
Jim Welka, 3200 West 32nd Street. I represent CDC Construction Development and Engineering on this proposed Popeyes restaurant. As you said, located at the southwest corner of Peach Street and Interchange Road. It is zoned appropriately for this use, and I'm here seeking any comments or concerns you may have and hope to address them.
I think everybody's concern is just entrance and exit.
Okay.
We're worried that people are going to be coming down other streets to access. We don't want this, we don't want traffic flow increasing in these neighborhoods.
Understood. First, I'll say there are no new driveways proposed onto Peach Street or Interchange Road. The only two driveways are on Marmon and Spires Drive. What we've done to try to control the cars is, if you'll notice on Spires Drive, we're using signage and a concrete barrier force cars to make a right turn only back onto Interchange Road. Likewise, on Marmon, exiting on Marmon, signage and concrete barrier force the cars left back onto Peach Street.
So you're gonna try to prevent people from turning left out of Spires and coming up to Marmon if they're going south on Peach,
Correct.
to use Interchange Road?
That's right. Which, of course, they can merge right onto Peach Street at that
Right,
point.
yeah.
And when you say concrete barrier, basically it's kind of like when you're coming down Asbury, you want to turn into Lowe's, but there's a
A mountable curb. In fact, I think
I hate it when they put that
yes, we have the typical section of the mountable type barrier, and you can see from the geometry, it's a right out only on the Spires, and a left out only on the Marmon.
Now, is there any way for traffic to come down through other neighborhoods and enter the back side of this thing?
Unfortunately, we can't control how they enter the restaurants, but we can control how they
Again,
exit.
it's one of our concerns is that that's going to happen.
If you've got a real hankering for Popeyes and you're going north, you're gonna have to turn at Wegmans and head down Spires, or is it Spires? To get to it, and so that'll add that much more traffic into that residential island up there.
I understand.
Yeah, there's no way around that.
Do any of you folks want to come up and take a look at the map and show what they're actually doing there, so you guys have a better understanding?
I'll flip it back to the other one and get rid of the Here's Mattress Firm and.
Mattress Firm is closed, isn't it?
I thought so, but
I thought so, but then I drive by there and the lights are, I don't know. It's good. If it's not, it's going to.
yeah.
I was there, or around there the other day, and it looked like the building was empty.
Well, it might, I mean, I haven't been up there.
Okay, well, hang on, excuse me. You'll have a chance, but then you'll be on the record and speak to everybody.
There's not a whole lot of room here.
Isn't Mattress Firm closed?
It never looks like there's anybody in there.
It's just sleepy.
Firmly.
Oh, who said you like
Thank you.
firmly sleeping? Yeah.
That's why they invite me here.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Walkup. Anyone else care to speak about this at all? Please step up, give us your name and address.
Yeah, I'm Marjorie Moon, I live in 1623 Spires Drive, and I don't need this. You know, just to get home, it's really hard because nobody let you in that neighborhood, nobody let you out. You know, now they want us to skinny around this, you know, and the garbage, the extra people, you get shot over a hamburger, over a chicken sandwich. You know, do you want that in your neighborhood? I don't. You know, we walk that neighborhood. You know, I'm retired. We're in that neighborhood. You know, I don't think it's right. None of it.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Michelle Corey. My address is 1925 Marmon Drive. You can actually see it in the picture. So they would be in my front yard. And it's not even just the building that's there. They plan on building a whole new thing there for Popeyes, which I am against because, like she mentioned, the traffic. When they redid the construction of Interchange Road, people were cutting through our neighborhood the whole time. I was on the phone with the, I believe his name was Wes from the PennDOT. I actually have him in my phone because I called him so often of all the traffic that was coming through. They would come at the light at Wegmans. Now they know that our road is a cut through up to Target, so we have increased traffic after that. So I can only imagine if Popeyes goes in, how much more traffic. And these people go really fast up our street. Yeah, so something
Well,
needs
that,
to
you're
be
gonna
done.
smell chicken all the time.
Yes. Yeah, you can smell the Chinese restaurant up the street, you can smell KFC, which smells really good, but Yeah, we don't need anything that close. I don't need litter in my yard from them. I mean, it's bad enough. I get Wendy's litter from there in different places that I need to pick up. I don't need a place that close. I'm concerned about the amount of traffic there, the people walking there, because people do walk up Peach Street. What about the theft at my house? Right now, things are safe, but I have seen people, my daughter and I were in the driveway one time just talking, and there was a truck there, and they got a flashlight, and they're scoping out our place as it is. And I turn on my lights, and I chase them down the street. I don't need more of that with people walking through the neighborhood and just picking stuff up as they go. And like she said, with the crime, shooting over a chicken sandwich. And I would like to mention, when Mattress Firm came in years ago, I didn't know it was going to be Mattress Firm. I did come to the meeting here. And I spoke with the gentleman that represented the company at the time. It was not this one, it was someone else. And I explained to him that I was concerned about a restaurant going in with all the traffic. And he told me, oh, you don't need to worry about that. The owner is very particular, and they would not let anything like that come in. Well, here we are years later, and Popeyes, a very busy place compared to just a mom and pop place that might be going in. So yes, I'm very concerned about it. I do not want them.
Thank you, ma'am.
Amanda Corey, 1925 Marmon. I'd be concerned about the accidents because people pull into the Mattress Firm parking lot already after an accident at the Peach interchange light. It has gone down since they put the light in, but with increased traffic, I'm sure the accidents would go back up. And you can't quite see them in the picture, but to the west, there's a storage facility there. Their signage blocks how you can see cars coming down interchange, so the visibility is low for cars exiting the area. There would be increased accidents there as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Me again, Mr. Chairman, Matt Wallinger. I just want to make it clear for everybody that's here, just so you realize what's happening today as far as this type of plan. This is what's known as a sketch plan. It's not officially being presented for approval. It's being presented for comments from the Planning Commission and the board. So the Planning Commission may make a recommendation as to what they think the Board of Supervisors would say. At the Board of Supervisors meeting, they'll also hear from the developer and the public and take any comments and then give their comments as their feelings on the development itself. They won't approve or deny. It's just something so that the developers can get an idea of, what the opposition is, what the issues may be, so they could either address them in a formal plan or make their decision based on the comments that they hear back. So just want to make you aware that, even after all this is over, it's not going to be approved. They would still have to come back and go through a new set of meetings. Okay?
Thanks, ma'am. Okay, next item on the agenda then, going to rezoning now. It's for Rutkowski Family Limited Partnership for property located at 1226 Industrial Drive, now zoned RC Resort Commercial, asking for a parcel to be classified to I-1 Light Industrial. Yes. Mm-hmm. Please give us your name and address, sir.
Charlie Rutkowski, 2609 West 12th Street.
Okay. The property in front of you, between you and 12th Street, is already zoned. That's recreation or
Commercial.
Huh? Okay.
Resort commercial.
Resort commercial.
RC resort commercial,
Yes.
but commercial.
Yep. The purple is all
Industrial.
industrial, yeah. Okay. Is there a building on that now?
Correct. It was the old Continental Collision building.
Okay, does anybody have any questions or comments to be made to the gentleman?
So technically, it doesn't conform with the current comprehensive plan, but you could consider it a logical extension of the neighboring industrial I-1 district.
Yeah, it's to the north and south pretty much is, north was a plating, Mill Creek plating, and south is machine concepts.
But I'm talking zoning districts, okay? So east across industrial is zoned I-1 industrial, and south of your building is zoned I-1 industrial.
Correct.
You're right on the corner, so north and west is this resort commercial district right now. But the comp plan is calling for corridor mixed use as a future district for that whole area, which would allow for a light industrial use. So even though it doesn't comply right now with the comp plan, it may very well, fall into compliance in the future. Plus, it seems to be a logical extension of the industrial district right now.
We'd actually like to recommend that whole area from Stellinger over the peninsula be looked at in the future plan to go light industrial or
Mixed use, corridor mixed use, yeah. So it'd be like 13th Street, where 13th Street would be north to 12th, that whole area, including your property.
Yeah, 13th Street actually doesn't go that far,
Right, but it would be that line.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the mixed use does include light industrial.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, anything else for him?
Nope.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone else care to speak about this? Okay, move on to the next one. AHN JIB LLC, property located at 3531 Westlake Road, now zoned R1 single family residential, asking for a 1.4 acre plus or minus portion of the property to be classified as C2 general commercial. Someone here for that one, please. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Laura Gunchin. I'm with Erie Management Group. My address is 1540 East Lake Road. Spelling of the last name, Guncheon. The company is pronounced Onjib.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so you want to take what is already, the frontage is already zoned commercial, and you want to extend that back however far?
Correct. It's the former Alto Cucina restaurant. A very small
I'm sorry, the
portion-
former what?
The former Alto Cucina restaurant
okay.
on Westlake Road.
Mm-hmm.
A very small portion of the front is C2 and the rest is residential non-conforming.
Mm-hmm.
And with the comprehensive plan, it is earmarked for neighborhood mixed use.
Right.
So a logical extension would be to extend the C2 back to that existing line under the comprehensive plan.
What are they planning on doing?
A restaurant.
Oh, okay.
So it's really a non-conforming use right now, and the zoning change would make it conforming to mixed use.
Correct. It would
Neighborhood,
allow for,
neighborhood mixed
allow for
use.
renovation as well.
They're not going to change anything behind the
Maybe she
wall of the house.
qualifies in there.
Correct.
So those are the state residential lot, which is where we're probably concerned about.
Correct, that's the plan.
I mean, do you have any plans to do anything in that area? at
No,
this
it's
time?
parking. It's parking and green space currently.
Anything else from anybody? Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Does anyone else care to speak for or against or make any comments about this? All right, thank you. Next on the agenda then is John and Joyce Adler for property located at 3960 West Ridge Road, now zoned R1 single family residential, asking for the parcel to be classified as C2 general commercial.
Good evening, my name is William Bucheri. That's Bucceri. My home address, 318 California Drive. I am a commercial real estate agent representing Mr. and Mrs. Adler. And they own two properties that are side by side. They own the corner of 26 and Colonial, which is zoned C2. And then they own the next property to the east, which I believe is zoned R1. And we are petitioning to have it changed to C2. And I will point out that the property immediately to the east of that is zone C1. So this is kind of a funny piece. I'm not sure how it ended up being a R zoning here, but it is, and it's sandwiched between two commercials. And being on West Ridge Road, you can see just by the color coding that there's a lot of commercial everywhere around that. And finally, in your long-range plan, it calls for some type of commercial public use there.
It's neighborhood mixed use? Right one?
I don't think so.
No?
Matt, can you tell me on that one?
Corridor mixed use. Corridor, yep.
They presently own both lots, correct?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyone have any questions or comments to make to him? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Does anyone else in the audience or anyone in the audience have a comment about or question about this? Okay. The last item on the agenda tonight is for a conditional use application for Asbury United Methodist Church for property located at 4703 West Ridge Road to install new signage in the rural residential district.
Kent Bartlett with Bartlett Signs. I'm representing the church. Address 7628 Clier Drive, Fairview, PA.
All right. Well, it appears as though your signage size and whatnot is conforming to the sign requirement in Milford Township.
Correct, yeah, we wanted to make sure we stayed within those bounds.
Yes,
for
sir.
Sure.
And the only other thing is that the church would have to meet the electronic message requirements.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dimming it at certain hours.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
They know that's got to be off between the hours. I know it's about 250 feet or so away from the main corner at 26 and Asbury, and there's houses to the west that's about 450 feet away from them. So there's quite a very large buffer.
Yeah.
It's not like in somebody's front yard right next to it.
Right.
We did want to make sure of that.
And the sign's all programmable, so you just set it up and it's...
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, it'll automatically dim down at night, it'll automatically dim down during the day. If it becomes cloudy, you know, we can bypass it and make it go even dimmer if need be, but yeah, it's not one of those Chinese ones that blind you going down the road.
What's wrong with the Chinese one?
They blind you going down the road.
Okay, any other questions, comments? Anyone?
Okay,
Thank you, sir. Anyone in the audience have anything to say about this one? Very good. Thank you very much. That is the last item on the agenda for the, oops, sorry. Stand by.
I'm like a bad penny. I know, I'm sorry.
That's all right, Matt.
I just wanted to point out what's listed here. There's just a little inconsistency as far as the meeting dates, the upcoming meeting, or I shouldn't say the dates, the times. The next meeting of the Board of Supervisors on November 24th, That's the week of Thanksgiving. That meeting is going to be at 9:30 in the morning, not 7 p.m. as listed. So the conditional use and the land development and the subdivisions will be heard by the Board of Supervisors November 24th at 9:30 a.m. The zoning meeting that's listed on the agenda, December 15th, that meeting is going to be a 7 p.m. meeting. That's the supervisors' only night meeting only meeting in December. They're going to hold it in the evening. They just announced that this morning at the supervisors' meeting.
On the
So I wanted
15th though, right?
To make sure everyone was aware of that.
The date's supposed to stay the same, just the times change.
The dates stay the same, the times basically flip, yeah.
Okay.
I promise to be quiet.
I don't believe you.
Okay. Do we want to take a couple minutes break here before we go into deliberations?
I'm good. I'm good.
You're good, okay.
I think we're good.
We have heard all the issues brought before us tonight, and people have had an opportunity to make comments and ask questions or look at things. And we're going to continue on here with making our recommendations for or against or to or from the supervisors. We will take no more public comment at this point. The Board of Planning here will make our decision and recommendation. If you don't want to stay, you can call the engineering office after 8 a.m. tomorrow morning and they can give you the results of what we discussed or how we decided on our recommendations tonight. Thank you very much. All right, going back to the beginning here. For Rock Golf Realty, it's a small subdivision plan to show the creation of a .07 acre lot from parcel, I'm going to read the parcel number, that is to become an integral part of the tax parcel, resulting in a .43 acre parcel of land and a residual parcel of 72.6 plus or minus acres located west of Stonebridge Drive along the south line of Fossilwood Court and Track 354.
I would make a motion for approval, but with a cautionary to the Board of Supervisors that we should be following the open space agreement with the golf course and not continuing to subdivide pieces off.
So you're recommending approval of this particular subdivision?
Yes, but I want the minutes to
But-
reflect what I just
yes,
said.
Yes, okay, very good. And we do have a second on that? Is there any further comment between the members? Oh, sorry, stand by.
Should be a condition that the agreement be changed as well? Because
I amend my motion to change the agreement between township and golf course?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question? What are you planning on doing with the property?
Just having a little bit of,
More backyard?
Yeah. Yep. Actually, when I bought the house in 2015, the previous owner had actually kind of taken over part of Rich's land, and I talked to Rich about it, and he said he was fine with whatever, but we decided to transfer it or sell it. That way, if we ever were to sell the golf course, we wouldn't have any issues.
Okay, you guys got any other comments or anything? All right.
Got a vote?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Very good, thank you. Next item is 2545 West Grandview, LLC. Small subdivision plan to show the creation of a 2.40 acre lot, parcel B, from a tax parcel. It has become an integral part of another tax parcel, resulting in a 12.86 acre parcel of land and a residual parcel of 6.60 plus or minus acres, located at the southeast corner of West Grandview Boulevard and Zook Road in the South Core Tract.
Make a motion for approval.
Second.
Any comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, next is Accudyne 2020 edition. It's the land development plan showing the construction of 11,993 square foot addition with associated stormwater management and parking facilities north of West 26th Street along the west line of Yoder Drive in tract 018.
I'll make a motion for approval with the requirement that the plat show a north arrow, for one, and that the developer meet the parking lot landscaping requirements that are in the ordinance.
Second.
Any more comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Okay. You want to hold the sketch plan till last, or no?
No.
Okay. No? Okay,
Well, you got people
Popeyes.
waiting.
Sketch land development plan, sketch plan is showing the construction of a 2,080 square foot drive-through eating and drinking establishments with associated stormwater management and parking facilities at the northwest corner of Marmon and Peach Street and the Hilltop at Kearsarge Tract. This again is a sketch land development plan. We are not voting on anything tonight. Anybody have any kind of recommendations?
I have one more question. Is it going to require an actual subdivision of the property, too?
I was wondering about that myself.
Are we subdividing the property?
No.
It's going to be like a condominium?
It'll be a lease.
All of those businesses will be on the same tax parcel.
Okay.
Well, I'd like to say, I think it's a creative endeavor to have found this location, but I don't think it's a very good one.
I
The
agree.
success of that
You're
business,
going to be able to see Popeyes, but not yet to.
not without causing.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go across Beach and down through the neighborhood and back if you're headed north.
It's just going to be,
It's
it
just-
looks like it's going to be.
People are gonna they're gonna be driving by, they're gonna see it, and they're gonna be like, how the hell do I get in there? You know, and it's just a nightmare.
And I really don't think you should have to drive through an actual neighborhood to enter a restaurant like that. It's a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair.
I don't either. It's not, I wouldn't want it in my neighborhood.
Okay, do we have any recommendations on anything different to be done with the existing sketch plan as it is? The other things will be handled at land development time.
Yeah, you'd have to meet whatever the other recommendations are, the
Yep.
landscaping and parking lot and sidewalks and all that, but if it gets to that point.
From a the perspective of the limited space you have to work with and the topographical area and everything, I think have done a good job with so far with what you've done. So your sketch plan is nice. Okay. I have no recommendations or anything to add to your plan. You did a good job with
On the plan.
with the ingress and egress, the best you can do under the circumstances here. I guess continue on. Right?
Right?
No motion for that one.
Nope.
Thank you. Okay, now to go to the rezoning. Rutkowski Family Limited Partnership for property located at 1226 Industrial Drive, now zoned RC, Resort Commercial. Asking for the parcel to be classified as light industrial.
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
And I'd also like to mention in there that we should consider moving the corridor from Sellinger all the way over to Peninsula in the future land use map to consider it being a mixed use corridor. That's it.
That covers everything, I think.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah. Okay, do we hear a second for that?
I second it.
Okay. Any further discussion on it?
No.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, thanks. And the next rezoning is On Jib LLC. Is that correct? I did that right that time?
Good job.
Thank you, thank you. For property located at 3531 Westlake Road, now zoned R1 Single Family Residential, asking for a 1.4 acre plus or minus portion of the property to be classified as C2 General Commercial.
I will make a motion to approve.
Second. Linda.
Any questions, comments? Oops, I'm sorry.
When she was giving her presentation for that property, my sister, whose property, whose backyard is adjacent to it, wasn't able to hear, she was hard of hearing, but kind of wanted to address that, to find out exactly what she was talking about when they were changing the zoning.
I was just gonna ask if we would be able to have a look at the map. to see what you know.
Absolutely, you may.
Which one are we looking
Julie, show her what you're doing.
Yeah. It can be really confusing looking at this.
So they're going to keep this all, that's why I asked that question, they're going to keep this all residential. So it should be the whole unit that is this piece, but the one next to it, is this you here? Yeah, so this is going to stay, they're going to use period space, they're going to keep that green.
Yes, all right, thank you.
Nothing really changes, it's just paper, there's just, nothing really changes there.
Okay? Thank you. Where were we? Oh,
We have a motion.
we do have a motion on the floor.
So moved.
Yep.
Or did we have one?
Oh, I don't think we voted.
We didn't vote.
We didn't vote.
Oh, we did have a motion, okay.
Are there any further comments or anything about it or about this issue? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right. And the last rezoning is for John and Joyce Adler, property located at 3960 West Ridge Road, now zone R1 Single Residential, asking for parcel classified as C2 General Commercial.
I move that we approve, that we recommend approval.
Second.
Any questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, and the conditional use application for Asbury United Methodist Church for property located at 4703 West Ridge Road to install new signage in the RR Rural Residential District.
Motion for approval?
Oh, there you go.
With the understanding that,
Well, they have to meet the
they have
electronic
to meet the
requirements
electronic
regardless,
lighting
but,
requirements,
yeah.
yes. Have a second for that?
Second.
Okay, any comments or further comments? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you very much. Next we'll move on to old business. Mr. Puz, is that why you were standing there?
Yes, yes it is.
You have the floor, sir.
Thank you. I'm here to give you an update regarding the Mill Creek Township zoning ordinance update. We are currently approaching a final draft. So we hope to get that out to you, to the Planning Commission as soon as possible. I'm just finalizing a few things as well as the future land use map and the zoning map. We will also be moving into the subdivision land development ordinance shortly as well. So the first part of the project was updating the zoning ordinance, and then it's to move into the CELDO. So we're at that point. And regarding the next item, the official map update, we pretty much have a final draft. Hope to get that out to the Planning Commission and open that up for public comment. We have a 45-day public comment period as per the municipality's planning code. So we'll be hopefully moving into that shortly, looking to adopt that no later than late January or early February.
So are we looking at adoptions at 3 different times, or we're looking at doing it en masse?
The official map will be adopted separate from the zoning ordinance and the CELDO, but the zoning ordinance and CELDO should be approximately the same time.
Okay.
Okay.
And they also, the zoning ordinance and the CELDO also have that 45-day public comment period, so we'll make sure we do our due diligence and get that out to the public for comment.
The official map does as well, though, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Okay. Is that it?
Unless you want me to talk a little more about it.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay. All business having been conducted, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I think we got one. I'll second that.
Okay, Scott.
You can second it.
All right, thank you.
Anyone opposed? We stand adjourned at 7:57.